Good morning, world. This one is not for North Africa, this is for the world to hear as Kai Mills tell his story and continue in my own way to try to educate persons on being real. See, in Abaco, they can't take being real. I am a realist. On the 16th day, Tuesday of April 2019, I'm going to draw into perspective three lawyers. And this is how you tell country. Nelson Mandela, Hubert Ingram, and Perry Christie. Life is not how you start, but how you navigate through life and finish triumphantly. Nelson Mandela, like Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie, was a lawyer. And Nelson Mandela saw where his country was going. And he tried to lift a black people. Hubert Ingram also saw where our country was going, and he did nothing for the blacks in North Abaco. Absolutely nothing. And I'm particularly doing this story because I sent something out there with Hubert the other day, and I see them all get mad. Every time I send something over with Hubert in a negative way, but truthful way, they get mad. To hell with y'all. The truth will set you free. Perry Christie was also a lawyer. Is a lawyer. Hubert is a lawyer. Well, Nelson Mandela saw that the blacks in his country were being degraded, just like in Abaco, just like in North Abaco, throughout the Bahamas. And Nelson said, you know what, I can't get to the top. I can't be prime minister, I can't be president of South Africa, but this kind of behavior in my lifetime is unacceptable. His life is very much documented. Nelson Mandela started to blow up white institutions, kill the people that oppress his people, take off his lawyer outfit and put on his combat boots and decide that a country that is not worth dying for is not a country. So he left all the perks of being a lawyer, knowing that ain't much gonna happen with him in the courts in South Africa. So he left that and he decided to be a militant for the same people that I'm trying to be. Not a militant. All I'm doing is talking, and the people that's supposed to protect my rights is the Royal Bahamas Police Force. These are the people that keep sending me to jail to try to silence me. How is it that Nelson Mandela in South Africa fought for the same thing that I'm fighting for? Equal rights, equal opportunity. That's all Kai is talking about. And how could we have equal rights, equal opportunity in all the years that Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie were prime minister? They brought in expatriates, no black expatriates. You check the immigration list. All white expatriates that beat black down. Mandela, unlike them, went to prison for many years, over 27 years. Came back and died a national hero. England, Europe, all over the world celebrate this man that came from prison. I'm not saying I'm Nelson Mandela, but I went to prison twice just for trying to spell out the right, the wrong, and they laugh at me. I went to prison for the same people that didn't even come to my court. Never gave me $1 to have my case represented. And while I'm doing this video, I want to thank the two gentlemen, American friends that saw my video. Somehow they got my videos, and they saw that Wendell Clark locked me up illegally. They, all the way in America, saw the video and already was judge and jury. Well, one of them flew down here and gave me 2 envelopes, one from one friend, one for the next. and say, Kai, we need you in the Bahamas. It's amazing, eh? These guys are not even Bahamian. And they say, Kai, we need somebody like you in the Bahamas. Here is money to help with your defense. That policeman was wrong. Boy, them $100 look so good. But I did the right thing. I called up my attorney. I jumped on the first thing smoking into Nassau to put those money into his hand to see that Wendell Clark feel the same way I felt, like Nelson Mandela being locked up because I speak truth. And to date, I haven't heard anything from the Royal Bahamas Police Force concerning my incarceration, and was treated like a prisoner of war when Clark told the policemen and my friends, don't charge Kai, we're just punishing him there. Leave him in the back of that jail with the rat and the roach and the feces and just punish him for a couple days. So said by Clark, so done. But these good gentlemen in America brought the monies to me, and now Clark has to defend himself, lawyer against lawyer. Their still wins in Supreme Court. The jury is still out. Like Nelson Mandela, again, Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie. Nelson Mandela started out as a prisoner. Hubert Ingram and Perry Christie was at the helm of the Bahamas as far as government concerned. And PLP friend asked me the other day, how come there is nothing in Marsh Harbor that has black on the forefront, the waterfront, etc.? I said that's a direct result of two black prime ministers that don't want black to amount to nothing but grassroots. We have the same brain, but when we come to them to try to put some paperwork to get our land, they hold us back. But when the Bakers Bay come, they will give them 200 acres. When the Abaco Club come, foreign white folks, they give them 350 acres. You ask yourself, 35 years, 10 years as being prime minister of this country. The thing that hit me when I was brave enough to run against Hubert and Perry in 2 elections, this was so mind-boggling. There is hardly 20% of the people in North Abaco that has papers for their property. And guess who these people are that are on this property squatting all those years? They are Hubert Ingram generals, Perry generals, and they came and went as lawyer. Didn't take much, not only lawyers, they were head of state, and they would not give these people deeds for these property that they've been on for generations. And these people are so supportive. I said, wow, ain't nothing you can do with those people. But Hubert becomes so unpopular. If I was running the general election when Renata run, Hubert would have got beat by 1,000 votes. Trust Kai on that. Actually, Renata beat him. But Perry said, let it go. If you see Hubert Ingram was prime minister when Perry ran in Centerville, Perry would have never got beat. Hubert would make sure that Perry won that seat. You see, Hubert was there. Perry was there to protect Hubert from getting beat and humiliated. But on the other hand, the wrong Hubert was in power and Perry Christie got beat. That is a contrast, and I'm so proud of the Bahamian people that they sent the 2 of these law partners that got us in a $7 billion deficit. Sell Batelco. You would sell Batelco because those guys throw piss on him, got angry, let his head go on him, and he gave Batelco away. Batelco was the only thing that could help pay some national debt. He gave it away for $2.50 basically, just give it away. That is the leadership we had. And God knows that these guys ain't supposed to be recognized in nothing. All they did was fail the state of the Bahamas and this country and run it in the ground and act like they were the only persons that had sense. How is it that when these guys get elected, they are the only one that has brains? You imagine, when I tell my white guests, foreign guests, that Hubert Ingraham was the prime minister, he was a member of parliament, and this guy would not sit down and have a meeting with us. He throw these concrete jungle. You go and come down, oh, he put the airport here, he put the clinic here. Yeah, he did that with daddy money, eh? That is what he's supposed to do. Ask anybody in my age group, what can they be proud of in North Abaco that Hubert Ingraham has made? What was his legacy? What could we look at to say, we're so proud to have had Hubert Ingraham as our prime minister? Absolutely nothing. Zero. He has left. All he's left is $7 billion bill for my great-grandchildren to try to pay it off. And this is one of the most intriguing things that really bothered me. I watched Hubert around here like the Ayatollah Khomeini and give away all these keys. Him nor Perry had the brains to put a key, a prime minister key. At least we could brag about something. This is the prime minister key. This is where they go and like Market Vineyard in America, where the president go and relax and try to think about something to help the country. They give it all. And watch how ignorant these two attorneys were. Most countries would lease the island for 200 years, 100 years, and it will come back to their people. But not these. They give it away and forever. The foreigners would sell and resell and make millions and billions. And the Bahamas government makes nothing. Look at Baker's Bay right there. How could you give somebody that flying on a $40 million jet, $4 million boat, $50 million house, $3 million property, duty free for the rest of their life? Hubert and Perry ain't ignorant. I wish we had somebody like Ricky Lake could go into their bank account and suck every dollar that they made under the table and bring it back to the country and then lock them up for the rest of their life. Because something in the milk ain't clean. These guys are educated attorneys. They know better than giving all of that away. And what do we benefit in Abaco? Abaconians. Abaconians are taking lessons from Baker's Bay. Everybody is profitable and going ahead. They got people over Abaconians that beating them down. We didn't even get jobs. We got a plantation and nobody is going ahead just from paycheck to paycheck just because of what Hubert and Perry did. A national hero? No. In my eyes, said both of them are a national disgrace to this country. And that's how I say it on the Kai Network. These guys ought never be recognized as anybody of heroism. Not while I'm living. Kai cares. You're here live on WCAY. They have destroyed the dreams and the hopes of Abaconians. Nothing. We don't even have a playing field. We don't have a proper basketball court. We had an Olympic runner that went and run in Olympics, and Hubert never even brought a decent track, a gymnasium, nothing that the young people can be proud to say Hubert did. Absolutely nothing. Kai cares. That's how I'm feeling right here. We're being let down by our leaders that something is a demigod. Kai cares. WCAY.